What's up guys, Single Player Nacho with a short Resident Evil mystery, and it comes in the form of a bag. A mysterious bag that has little to no explanation behind its origins, what it is, why it's there, and where it comes from. The game has been out for 15 years, and not a single clue has come forth from the devs. During Resident Evil 4's third and closing act, shortly after defeating Krauser, Leon stumbles upon a prison setting, and just beyond the entrance lies a storage container, and upon examining it, this happens. If the player decides to shoot the bag, it ends its struggle to release itself and dies. I've tested out everything that can possibly start a new interaction with this meat bag, sitting next to it for a lengthy amount of time, leaving the area and coming back, and nothing interesting happens. It just continues to shake vigorously to no end. Examining the bag with a thermal scope does reveal some heat signatures emanating from the bag, which means it's obviously alive to some degree, though upon killing it, its heat is still intact. This led me to believe that whatever is inside the bag couldn't be killed with traditional weapons, but upon exiting and returning to the area, its heat died out. Before we try figuring out what's in the bag, let's take a look at the scenery. A quick glance gives the impression of a prison/torture chamber, with cells filled with disgustingly rotten walls and floors, and one lone regenerator at the end. Inside one of the cells, there are two similar bags. One of the bags is chained up end to end, and seems to be in what you would call decent condition. Now, the other bag is actually open on one end, hung from the ceiling. Under this bag, a pile of grotesque red goop. The other cells feature a gurney, a bloodied sink and bloody torture devices. Aside from the cells, a reception desk with a speaker device, and raincoats. Now that we understand the setting, let's try to make sense of it, but I'm going to be completely honest and say it doesn't really matter what is actually inside this bag. This meat bag adds little to the story and is possibly just there for shock value. In fact, I read something on the Resident Evil Wikia that made complete sense as to why the devs would position this mysterious bag so close to a regenerator, to bait players to shoot it, alerting the regenerator to come out of its cell. Now that's all logical, but for fun, let's get into some conspiracy theories. The bag has a human fetus inside of it. The story of children and Resident Evil 4 is a tragic and somewhat controversial one, and I've expanded on this in another gaming mystery video. What if some of those poor villagers were pregnant during the Plaga outbreak, brought into this hellish prison setting to be a part of Sadler's demented experiments? They were forcefully placed on a gurney, and all that blood we see is the result of an extremely painful Plaga baby birth. Raincoats were super necessary. The fetus would undoubtedly die, as even the children couldn't survive the side effects of infection. But what if some of those cells reanimated post-death, and that's why we see such a struggle to free itself? The bag is full of human organs. Organs infested with Plaga cells, that is. Gore bags aren't uncommon in the gaming world. Similar to the previous theory, what if some of those cells mutated in an extremely unnatural way, even for Resident Evil standards? From what we can see in the opened meat bag, it's oozing with pus and blood. And I don't think the villagers are fond of burying their dead, and they don't seem to be the most organized group of murderers anyway. What is your personal theory behind the meat bag? Is it a lone Plaga monster, or simply something to make us confused for years and years? Comment below your theories and suggestions for future mystery videos. That concludes another short Resident Evil mystery. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysteries and gaming lore. Until next time, stay single.